Hello guys, this is me Hamza Khan from Pakistan. It is 19 August 2024 and today I wanted to talk about my essential experience, the interview which I have taken an essential as a content moderator. This video is only for those people who have applied to essential as a content moderator or is looking to apply to essential as a content moderator. So this video is very fruitful for that people because I have taken that interview and I have faced all that. I have that experience. So I wanted to share that experience with you, that why what happened and why I didn't get selection and how it was. So let me talk about that, how it was and how I faced. So first of all, I wasn't aware of Accenture. To be honest, I wasn't earlier of that interview. I wasn't aware of Accenture. That was Accenture. Once of my friend one day told me that let's to apply to this company because he know about that company. He know about that company too much. He is a profession. He's experienced. Um, he forced me let's to apply to this company. So I told him okay. So I started making my CV because you will have to make your CV as per their specific what they wants from you means they wants you to be a content moderator. So you have to uh, put all that information about the content moderator, because you know that nowadays um, you will have to put something false also in the CV, because to be honest, I haven't worked as a content moderator, but I had written in the CV that I have worked as a content moderator in Bigolayo. I have written that in the CV because you have, you know that you have to get good impression to get chances from them. So I started making my CV and I put all the information which my friends was directing me. He was directing me that put that information in your CV. Put that I have 1 year experience in Bigo Live. Though I don't have experience and neither I have used Bigo Live nor I know about Bigo Live, that what's Bigo Live, but I know a little bit about Bigo Live, that this is an application. And so I started also information about Accenture since that time, which he told me that you will have to take an interview in Accenture as a content moderator. So after making my CV, I sent that CV to the company, and he also sent that CV to the company. So after 2 days, I got an email that you will have to take an interview on, I don't know, but it was 2 days later of my sending email. um, so they had also directed me in the email that you will have to download Microsoft Team because you will have to take the interview on a Microsoft Team, and that interview will be comprised of 2 rounds. And the first round, mm, I think it was a very junior person who was taking interview from mine, and in my second round, that was a very senior person. It was a very older person, I think, because he wasn't. He has. I think I don't know about, but my friends told me that time that it is the director. The first one was interviewer, just normal interviewer, and the second one was the director, or who was that about, I don't know about that who was that. So when my interview time came, I had downloaded my Microsoft Team. I online it 15 minutes earlier from my interview time, and they also started my interview 10 minutes earlier from my specific interview time that they had mentioned me in the email. They had said in the email that your interview will be started on that time, but they started the interview 10 minutes earlier from that specific time that they had mentioned in the email. So um, The interview was quite good. My first interview was quite good, and I was sure that there's a chances to get selection. So first of all, they asked from me. First of all, they asked from me. There was nice. That's why I came here inside the room. They asked from me about my formal introduction. That was your formal introduction. Then I introduced myself, and after my introduction, they asked from me a different type of question like that. What's your education and what's your experience? I told them that I have 1 year experience as a content moderator. I told them all about because I had collected information about the Bigolayo. I had collected information about as a content moderator that what the responsibilities would be as a content moderator, what would be my responsibilities as a content moderator. So I told them all about that, and it was I think 8 minutes interview, and it went very well. And my second, when it finished, so the next day they again sent me an email, and they had mentioned the specific time in the email. So I again online it at that specific time. But my second interview wasn't good. Why? Because there are many reasons. There are many factors behind that. The very first factor is this, that I don't have a conducive place. The place where I was sit, there was a very noise. There was a huge noise. And the second one is this, that I don't have any mobile, any laptop. I don't have any system. I just have my own mobile phone, and the loudspeaker of my mobile phone isn't good. Isn't it is isn't up to the mark. It is too bad because I'm not hearing all the time. There's a flaw. There's a problem in the loudspeaker of mobile phone. That's why I wasn't hearing him clearly. So there's the second matter, and the third matter is this, that nice loudspeaker on my phone. And one thing that I should share with you, that he started asking from me about the big Olayo, but I don't have enough information about the big Olayo, though I had collected information about the essential, about what I would do as a content moderator, what would be my responsibilities, and what's essential. I had collected a lot of information about the history, about the background history, about essential, what is essential, from where it started, what's the origination, who's the director, who's the means. I had collected a lot of information about that, because I was thinking that a person also had told me that they will just ask you from you about the essential, and they will just ask from you about the work. Though I had also collected a little information about Bigulai, that what's Bigulai, what I would do there, means what I did there, because I, that I didn't use Bigulai in my life ever, but I had written that I worked as a content moderator in Bigulai for 1 year, and that was false. That was not true. I already told you that my friend forced me that put these information in the CV, because by putting these information, you getting impression, you getting selection, because they will conduct your interview. Otherwise, they can't conduct your interview. They will not conduct your interview, and this is the reason that they conducted my interview. If I hadn't put that information in the CV, that I have 1 year experience as a Bigula as a content moderator, that they would not send an email to me for interview. But though they sent me an email for the interview, but it was not true. It was false. It was a lie. So that's why they asked from me that uh, what's the name of the company to which Bigo Layo belongs. So I don't know about that. I was thinking that Bigo Live also itself is a company, but it's not itself as a company. So I confused. I started procrastinating. I started putting off that I haven't worked directly as a content moderator. I was as a co-worker. I was as a helper with one of my friends. I was working. So I started procrastinating, and he came to know that this person uh, is a liar. What information he has put in the CV, it is not true. So I think that is the reason that I got rejection. So I am also um, advising you that don't put false information in the CV. Though you have to make a very attractive CV, a very such a CV to get attraction, to gravitate someone, to get an email for the interview, but don't put wrong information, don't put false information in the CV. So after 2 days, let me speak that what different type of question they asked from me. Apart from that, to which company Bigolive belongs. So there is the question that I stuff in that, and I confused in that, and I wasn't able to respond to him and to convince him. So other question that they asked me, the first question was this, that I wasn't the very crucial things and the very I think the important mistake which I did. I wasn't hearing him clearly. What he was saying to me, I wasn't clearing him. I was hearing him clearly. That was the main reasons of my failure, if I say to be honest. Because one question he asked from me, I think he asked from me that what's essential. I started my formal introduction. The very first question that he asked from me, I think I am just um, perceiving that I'm not sure that he literally asked from me that what's introduce yourself, that he asked from me that what's essential. I'm not sure about that, but I'm just perceiving that. I'm just imagining that now that he asked me about the essential, and I started I started introducing myself. Though he may have asked from me, he might have asked from me about my introduction. So, but already I told you that my loudspeaker on my mobile phone wasn't good, and there was a huge noise also there where I was sit. So uh, the second question, very important question, was that about the Bigo Live. And apart from that, they asked from me, "What are you doing nowadays?" And they also asked from me about the essential. What is essential? They also asked from me, what would be your responsibility as a content moderator? And they also asked from me. This question has already asked from me. The first one person with whom I have my interview, means I have, I already told you that I have taken two interview. Mean there were two rounds of my interview. So this question was also asked from me by the first interviewer, that if you came across such a situation that there is a blood in the video, it is a sexual video, then are you able to handle that video? Would you be able to handle that type of video, that type of content? So I told him that yes, it's next to nothing for me. It's next to nothing to me because I'm familiar with all these things, and I also add that I have uh, experience of these things from the past. Like I have worked in Bigulai as a content moderator, which was false, which was not true. So in short, my interview wasn't good, and 2 days later, I got a message, not an email, I got a message by WhatsApp that sorry, you didn't get selection, and let's try for the next time. So that was all. So, first of all, one thing that I should tell you, and I'm advising you, that be honest, don't put false, wrong information in the CV, because then you will be stopped there, then you will be confused there, you will not be able to respond to him and to convince him. That's why. And the second question, you must have a laptop, a conducive environment, a compatible environment, and you must have microphones, headphones. you must have information about Accenture, that was Accenture background and history about Accenture, and you must have information as a content moderator. They will not ask from you too tough question like they tell me who's the CEO of Accenture, they tell me from which date Accenture started, tell me from which country Accenture started. They will not ask from you that type of question, because you may have seen, you may have watched different type of videos, and people says that they will ask from you that who's the CEO of Accenture, who's the finance minister of Accenture, who's that, who's that, who's that. No, that's false. There is no authenticity in that, because I have taken an interview, I have experience. They will ask from you very simple question. They will ask from you were in formal introduction, something about responsibilities, and something a little bit about, I think, three questions you should have remember, and you should learn what's essential, when from which country Accenture started, and who was the first person who started Accenture, and who is the current. I think it is a female. I don't know about. I have forgotten that, because it is a very tough name. It is a female, and is the current CEO of Accenture since 2019, I think. So you should know about that, and you should collect that information, and don't be hesitate, don't be frightened. Okay, don't take any tension, any anxiety. It is very easy, and it's nothing. Okay, but you should be honest. Okay, be honest to yourself, and Allah is pray for me, because I am jobless. So also pray for me to get a job, and I'll also praying for you, and that's all. One thing that I should tell you, my interview was from Malaysia. Though Accenture is an American company and it's a multinational company, but my interview was from Malaysia, because I had sent my CV to that company, Malaysian company. So that's all. Allah Hafiz.